Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is a fellow Canadian. Obviously, Canadian family life, and they happen to come to us from New Brunswick. The creator behind this channel is Tiffany. You'll often hear her referenced in the chat or see her name. We have a few Tiffanys that have come through the Superchat family over the last 4 years, but this Tiffany from Canadian Family Life has been here, I believe, for every live stream we've done in the last almost year and a half. This is one of the fastest growing channels that we've seen actually in the last 4 years as well. Canadian Family Life raced their way up to the first 3,000, and I believe the biggest reason why is because of the support that Tiffany gives to other creators. She actually has a second channel with her husband called Chris's Creation Fun. I'll let you find that when you get over there. But the whole family is featured on Canadian Family Life, where they bring us grocery hauls, cooking videos, cook-offs between husband and wife, like challenges, Happy Meal videos, shout-outs for other creators, as well as they have an impeccable container garden that I love talking about. And then they get involved in other collaborations like Croctober here. I don't know how I didn't notice that on Tiffany's channel actually a few weeks ago, because I just saw one the other day and then I made a big deal about it. Even I like to break out the crock pot several times a year. Canadian Family Life is monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then she's got shorts on this channel as well. These have started to move into 2,500, 2,800, 5,500 views with some of that famous Canadian winter weather in New Brunswick, and then live streams as well. She does these occasionally. I think she said she's going to do one in a couple of weeks towards the end of the month. Tiffany's been featured on dozens of other channels and StreamYard panels, including our dear friend I Am Betty J. Gathers not too long ago, but you'll likely find her recognizable. If you haven't already met her, you'll start seeing her everywhere. Over 11,000 subscribers now. She was using some promotion in the YouTube studio to get that channel moving up towards the 10,000. It continues to grow now, and Tiffany is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and has been ever since finding the Superchat family, and I'm sure even before so. Super Rainbow Queen and Coastal Water, I've got you on the wheel with Jeremy Dede and Rushing Wind Mountain. Of course, Scratchin' PPA is in the pole position. He is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years now on YouTube. We've got lots of familiar friends in the chat. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get to our second channel here. Anita J's 101. Good to see you in the house for the first time. Our instructions are always in our video description, but basically we're here to make friends with other creators with the intent of supporting each other literally years into the future, and you'll hear that in the stories that I tell about all the channels we'll feature. Today, of course, we'll get through as many channels as we can in the next 3 hours or so, and then I noticed KK's Travel and Educational Vlogs is here. Mark the Shark was early in the door. Mona Did What is just an explosive channel, and she's sent over a lot of friends over the years as well. She's been with us a long time. Living Large with Elle Crew's been making frequent appearances. Lawless World TV's here just about every day. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures come to us from Alberta in Medicine Hat, and then Stitching It Up Capturing Country Life has been with us frequently lately. Tamika Davis is a long-time, incredibly supportive channel. And then Yellow Shirt Dad is also with us. Gene brings us the joke of the day several times a week. So we're going to look at Coastal Water first. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Coastal Water's up on the screen. Her and her husband have both been incredibly supportive creators over the last probably 3 and almost a half years, actually. It's a husband and wife combo, And one of the biggest complaints that I've gotten on YouTube in my 7 years is, why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family members to support our YouTube channels when we can find people online who are willing to do it easily? So I think it makes it that much more special when we do find in real life friends and family members who are willing to support each other wholeheartedly. Coastal Water and her husband, Backlash Fisherman, are this kind of couple, a husband and wife. It's really interesting, actually, the couple things they share on each of their separate channels, but they're featured on each other's channels all the time. They're never too far behind each other either. Fairbrick Studio, good to see you in the house. I see you changed your avatar. I'll be looking forward to seeing what you've done with that. Coastal Water is going to bring us a lot of cooking videos as well. She actually does a series called Cooking with Coastal. Sometimes she does that live. Sometimes she takes us out for a family adventure. There's the occasional unboxing video on this channel. Shorts over here have started to get into 2,500, 3,400, even 10,000 views on one of these, which is great to see. And then live streams are frequent over here. She brings us car confessions. There's actually her husband right there, Backlash Fisherman. They're doing a multicam stream right there. These are really cool. A lot of times we get a chance to hang out with Coastal Water. She either runs errands or goes about the family business, and gives us a chance to get to know her. And there's a lot of stories to be told there. She's always got a vibrant community in the chat. And then when we look at her husband's channel, Backlash Fisherman, we'll see this husband and wife combo shares a lot of responsibility in the kitchen, particularly. Backlash will do a cooking series as well, and it's fishing first on this channel. He takes us fishing in all the different ways that you can. He's got other hobbies, and he does StreamYard panels that feature guests that share in those hobbies and the love of those hobbies. Backlash Fisherman is working on 1,700 subscribers right now, monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He has got shorts into 3,900, even 6,200 views, and then live streams are frequent. Sometimes he takes us fishing. Sometimes he's got a StreamYard panel happening. He brings us drive-along live streams like his wife does as well, and then sometimes he's in the kitchen doing Cooking with Backlash as a series. So hopefully everybody will connect with Backlash Fisherman. Him and his wife, Coastal Water, are longtime generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. I see Wheatsart is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel in a second. The next channel we're going to look at is Scratch and PPA. What we're going to do is take a break for 3 minutes. We're going to come right back. Right before we do that, I'm going to play for you a clip from our interview series. These are videos now on the Superchat channel, and the creators that have been featured in this series give us a lot of information. They've been with us for years, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. One of the things that comes along with monetization on YouTube that used to require 30,000 subscribers is memberships, and that's open to everybody that gets monetized after 500 subscribers now, or just about everybody. So one of the things that creators will ask is, how can they increase the number of memberships over time on their channel? What advice would you give to somebody to increase the number of members and watch that grow, if that's something that's on their mind?
Yo, you better get your pencil out for this one. I take this part very seriously in my membership. Our membership is $1.99. It's low. Okay? And I did that intentionally. I don't have any other tiers. I have one tier. It's $1.99. It's the fun zone, basically. We have, I don't know, 24 emojis available, and everybody gets a new banner or a new badge. And it's creative, and it's evolving all the time. I change those out consistently. Sometimes during the holidays is a good example. I changed out almost every single one of those emojis for members. I must have picked up, and I think we're right around 600 members. I think we probably picked up an extra 100, because once Halloween came, everything changed throughout the entire holiday season. We're about to hit Easter, and I'm doing it again. So showing your members that you're changing, people love new things. They love it when it's new. And that's a simple thing that you can do. It's all free, whether you use Pexels or you use an AI generator, Mid-Journey. You can create all that so fast and so easy. It probably takes me to do, I see 24 up there. So I think it takes me maybe 2 hours to do every single one of those.
Right. Yeah.
And now you have a fresh palette all the way around.
That's a wonderful idea, so much so I'm holding myself back from laughing because I expect to take a page out of your book and probably do that on at least the Superchat channel. So thank you for that.
In encouraging everybody to join your membership program, or not so much encouraging, reminding them that you have a membership program. And as soon as you do that, everybody in your channel that's a member will start dropping those special emojis. Now, I tweak it a little bit too because I have the floating emotes. When we are in a non-emergency or eruptive time where we can take a breath and it's a little bit more relaxed, I have some pages, my live streams. When you do the emojis, they float all over the screen for fun. And then you see at a large customized emoji that you can only get by being a member, $1.99 is not too far off. People love it.
Wow, that's cool. All right, we're almost back. We're going to look at Scratch and Pete PA's channel. I usually don't take a break quite so early. I just had something I had to attend to. M&T Living It is in the house. Life in the Piedmont Homestead. Good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know I waved to a few channels in the chat during that break. Dreamland Soundscapes, I know you've been here from the beginning. Forgive me, I missed you when I was doing the introductions. And like I say, I certainly don't mean to miss anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Scratch and PPA, I mentioned earlier, is one of the most supportive creators that I have met in my 7 years now on YouTube. And most people here who've met him before will agree he's one of their most supportive creators. We literally don't know how he does it. He's the reason why I use the words everywhere all the time to describe the support that he gives other people, because when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams, he seems to be just about everywhere. So hopefully everybody will connect with him. He's already at 2,200 subscribers, but we'd love to push him a little bit farther towards the 2,300 he's probably thinking about right now. He's monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. What he brings to us on his channel is a interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching. He pits 2 lottery tickets against each other and then offers us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets a series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. And presentation's always been at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content in his thumbnails. They give us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series. His banner is updated every single week, if you can imagine that, and his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production over 4 years ago. The Scratch and PPA posts with perfect consistency, and I'm going to talk about that in a quick second. And then sold on RV Life. Good to see you here for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. I know I missed another channel coming in. Life with Lucia and Glenn is in the house. They've been with us before. I forget how many subscribers they have. That's a bigger channel. But it's great to have you back. Hilda DC's here, a beloved and dedicated moderator. Now, Scratch and PPA, of course, is a beloved and dedicated moderator as well. And every moderator on this channel is a longtime dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things that they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel. The same way we do here in Superchat. Same goes for Just Jason, Keto, and more, and the Stock Explorer, who are both in the chat now. I did add a couple of names to the wheel earlier. I am Betty J. Gathers is there with Wheat's Art. Hopefully, again, I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And for anybody that's brand new, hopefully you're feeling welcome. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I feel like none of our robots are showing up for work today. Let's see what I can do about that. I put a command in there, and anybody who uses Nightbot, Streamlabs, StreamElements, and Botrix can use something like that. And it's just a quick check to make sure they're there. So Botrix and Nightbot are here. Streamlabs and StreamElements might be tagging along after. One of the reasons why I use so many of these chatbots is because it's possible for one of them to take the day off, unannounced, of course. And then what can happen is when you're making promises to your audience, especially your members and things like that, you want to make sure that another chatbot can pick up the slack if one of them is not there. That's one of the reasons why we use them. The other thing, of course, I want to know how they all work and, experiment with each one of them. So we're also talking about Scratch and PPA, and I was just about to mention the idea that this creator is somebody who premieres with perfect consistency. So not only do they post every week, they premiere every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, and that's over the last almost, I think it's yes, we're closing in on the 4th year now. And Scratch and PPA premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. If you can catch us for one of his premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Superchat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, and a few select others. It's very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. So I hope everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA. You'll also notice he expanded the content on his channel this year, taking a trip to Italy, where he brought us some vlogging-style shorts videos, along with some Italian lottery tickets we might not have otherwise seen. And then his very first live stream as well was featured during that trip to Italy. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA. Of course, we're hoping for more of those shorts, more of those live streams, but we'll keep an eye on the channel. Scratch and PPA, if you can believe it, has been with us now close to 750 times during these live streams, which, you know, I can't do anything but shake my head and thank God. Most of us know these live streams couldn't be what they are if it wasn't for the help of our moderators. I know we've had a few more friends walk in. Don Ray B is here, Rem's family. They're both members, so I've got them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and along with moderators, of course. And then over the course of the stream, I'll add some names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And Jeremy D-Day's coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. Matthews Bushcraft, good to see you in the house. I know I waved earlier, but it's great to have you here. Jeremy D-Day is up on the screen. This is somebody who's been with me for 5 years now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then when we look at Jeremy D-Day, this is actually a second channel from this creator, and I'll show you his original channel in a moment. He mixes up the content here and has over the last many years, but review shorts and vlogs are the focus. So he just did a chicken Big Mac. I didn't realize that was even a thing. I eat more McDonald's than I'd like to admit, but I haven't seen that yet. And Scott, one of our moderator, Scott from Rambling with the Brooms, let me know that those are in Canada. I wonder if Jason or Pete has seen it yet or had it, just because we're all in Ontario, Canada. Jeremy D-Day is going to mix up a lot of music reviews and some more talk. He changes up the channel every once in a while. He's got a bit of information on his About page there. Well over 1,000 subscribers here. Keep in mind, this is his second channel. Some of his shorts have done really well. 68,000, 27,000 on a couple of these. And then live streams are an experiment, but he's done many of them. We'll see if he's going to keep those up. When we look at JD Night 7, we see the original channel from this creator, now over 10,000 subscribers. And like I said, he's been a friend of over 5 years now, since long before Superchat was even a thought, as a matter of fact. So when we connect with this creator, we're going to find a lot more music reviews over here. That's what he's been doing for the most part for the last long while. And some shorts over here have done extremely well. 356,000, one over 600,000. Those are still getting views, and a couple of experiments for live streams as well. So I hope everybody will connect with Jeremy D-Day and JD Night 7. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Just Jason Keto and more is in the house. I've got them on the wheel, of course, because they're a beloved and dedicated moderator as well as a member. We're actually going to get a great look at their channel after Superchat in another 2.5 hours. He's got a premiere coming up, and we're going to go over and raid into that. Sorry, live stream. He's doing a live stream, of course. He's live every Thursday, usually at 7:30, but tonight he's going to do it a half an hour early. We're going to get a chance to go and raid in there. Yes, Just Jason Keto and more, of course, would never eat that. Just Jason Keto and more, of course, is going to talk to us a keto-based diet and lifestyle. Once you're in ketosis, you want to stay there for sure. Not that I'm an authority, but I had done it once for a few months, lost a few pounds and this and that. Really wasn't that hard, but I understand how somebody who's following that and wants to be and stay in ketosis will not break for one simple thing. It's not worth one chicken sandwich to throw the whole operation off, right? Because it can take days to get back into rhythm. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know I say it a million times, but as long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Rushing Wind Mountain is another creator who's been with us for well over 3 years, probably closing in on 4 now, and here for almost every stream, especially over the last year or two. Rushing Wind Mountain is an interesting channel from the Pacific Northwest that brings us an almost ASMR type idea within maybe the same ballpark, because they bring a lot of pleasing audio and visuals together. They bring us nature and wildlife from the Pacific Northwest. This channel's growing rapidly right now. When we look at their videos, they could do very short ones, anything from a minute beyond up to hours long. And some of them are loops, some of them are nature, some of them feature some wildlife. We get some humorous moments when we go through the shorts videos as well. These have gotten into 10, 11, 12, and 16,000 views on one of these. And then live streams are something they've experimented with many times. I don't know why my red line is not all the way across on this one. I'm going to put this, it's already in my catch-up list. I'm going to have to rerun it again and make sure that you get the full watch hour and a half for that. We can always do that. One of the things that I do when I add videos into that playlist that I keep talking about, we just give it a fun name. It's called my catch-up list. Ghostly Winds came up with that. And it's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. But what you can do is sort a playlist in any direction that you want. You can put the newest videos on the top, the oldest videos, the most popular videos, or you can do it manually. So what I do when I'm going through videos in that way is I will put the shortest videos at the top, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, all the way down, and then live stream replays and things like that get put at the end. That way, when I have a half an hour to sit and watch videos, I can watch, who knows, 15, 20 videos all within an hour, and then the longer ones just run. Of course, everybody, I'm sure, understands that we all likely run more videos than we are able to sit and watch, but this is how some of us are able to get through hundreds of videos a week. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Lots of glitches on YouTube right now. I am Betty J. Gathers actually let me know. I'm very lucky. I get to talk to a lot of creators on places like Instagram and this and that. As the host of Superchat, lots of creators will reach out with things that they notice or questions that they have. I am Betty J. Gathers let me know that there's something going on with the YouTube studio. You can let me know if anybody else has seen it, where the YouTube studio looks completely redesigned. But I haven't seen it yet myself. We'll see about that. And there's other features that are starting to roll out to other creators, and lots of glitches where people are having trouble being seen in chats and things like that. So hopefully these things start to pass. I mean, you know, it's a busy time for YouTube leading up into December and everything else, but by now we're hoping we can get them. They can get some of these things fixed. And then, yeah, sold on RV Life. It can be overwhelming for all the different people in the chat saying hello. As a new channel, you'll probably find a lot of people, you know, hopefully welcoming you, saying hello as they notice you for the first time. But you don't have to feel obligated to be as fast as you can and jump on any channel. And this goes for anybody that's brand new here in Superchat. We're always here for 3 hours. There are always brand new channels in the chat, and there's always friends of anywhere from a year to 2 years to 3 years to even 4 years that are with us. So always a great mix of different content creators. Everybody here has the same idea when it comes to generosity, giving much more than we expect to receive. And the best success in Superchat is found by taking your time, meeting people one by one, and just having simple, single conversations with each person to get a friendship started. And anybody can meet somewhere between 7 and 8, maybe even 9 or 10 friends per hour for the time that you spend here. But any faster than that is too fast. You'll likely lose them all afterwards. YouTube loves to play games. And then Mike and Rihanna's Adventures has seen some of the new features. I haven't seen any on my personal channels. I got a couple others that I run that I should go and look at. One of them apparently has a couple things. Oh, I see. Yeah, Don Ray B. That's been going on for a couple weeks again. It's actually been a glitch we've seen for many years. Hill the DC's seen that before, even here in Superchat. Just Jason Keto and more and Tiffany were having trouble the other day, where you feel like everybody's either ignoring you or you just simply can't be seen. You know you're not blocked. If you were blocked, you'd know you're blocked, right? But the only recourse, unfortunately, is to reach out to a moderator or a host on another social network to let them know you've got a problem and then hopefully fix it. Sometimes a simple update of a browser or a refresh or reset of a device can help, but not always. So we just have to be patient. Robert Mac Media, good to see you in the house. That's a longtime friend as well. And, again, hopefully I'm not missing anything anybody meant for me to see in the chat. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Actually, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, it's interesting that you say that some of the live streams seem to be glitching a lot. I don't know if it's the same thing I noticed. When we were on here the other day, I think it was on our Tuesday stream, I noticed that it felt like the internet was going to cut out. But in the place where I am, this office, we have industrial grade internet, so it should never cut off. It's done it once, and knock on wood, we hope that doesn't happen. If we ever do cut off due to an internet connection, we'll always restart one time if it's within the first hour or hour and a half of the stream. But the reason I don't do it 3 or 4 times is just because I don't want everybody waiting to see if it's going to continue, and then we just skip off to the next day. But luckily, it doesn't happen often these days. And then thank you, everybody, for the shares as well. The Stock Explorer is up on the screen. This is another beloved and dedicated moderator, Nora. Has got to be excited. Crypto is flying over the last week, and a lot of people are have to be excited about that. So Nora is somebody who's going to talk to us about the stock markets as well as crypto in a level-headed and down-to-earth way, with everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics. They talk about options trading, NFTs, and how to get started. And the Stock Explorer has really expanded the content on her channel over the last couple of years. Nora's gotten into a lot of lottery ticket scratching, which is another huge category and genre on YouTube. And she actually has a series right now called Scratching with Strangers, where she's meeting different people and scratching lottery tickets with them. So it's a lot of fun. Not everybody is as outgoing to be able to walk up to people they haven't already met and start talking to them about doing a YouTube video and stuff. But Nora's been having a lot of fun with that series. I've enjoyed watching it. And the Stock Explorer is working on 2,300 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit closer towards that milestone. She often has product in hand, especially when talking about stocks. But this creator also brings pure variety into the shorts videos on the channel, getting into almost 3,000, well over 4,000, and now over 11,000 views on one of these. And then live streams are frequent on the channel as well. Forgive me, I missed you on, was that Monday? Yes. And then Nora is either scratch battling with other creators, which is a great way to collaborate with others and grow the channel, or having some friendly conversation, sometimes talking stocks and crypto, sometimes just having either an interview style or friendly conversations with a lot of StreamYard panelists. I've joined Nora on her channel for a couple of hours once. And this creator is incredibly supportive, as well as all our moderators are, so I hope you'll connect with her as well. On the bottom of the front page, you'll notice she's got a second channel called Tropical Buzz. I'll leave it to you to go and check that out. This is where she's going to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which she's going to grow herself, and she happens to be in Florida. Mona Did What dropped a super chat, and she's done that countless times before. She actually did that for Life in the Piedmont Homestead. So we'll look at that channel next. I see Mona Did What's actually changed up her channel a little bit here. So I'll look at Life in the Piedmont Homestead in a quick second. And then I see Kelly Family Adventures has come in. They've got a couple years of membership, or pardon me, a couple of months of membership behind them, and I appreciate that, of course. I know that Tiffany from Canadian Family Life said she was enjoying the snowflakes in the chat, so I had those set up a little bit earlier. It's like the tip that our friends at Two Pineapples gave us. Lou from Two Pineapples mentioned the idea of changing up your emojis, and those are the membership badges actually, but hopefully everybody finds those fun as well. We'll have those for a couple months now. And Life in the Piedmont Homestead, I wonder if they're still in the chat. I hope so. There they are, yes. We'll put their channel up on the screen next. I usually put it up first when somebody does that, but we'll look at Mona Did What's channel. She is somebody who's really grown. So look at this, over 6,600 subscribers, and it's no surprise if you're over there, you're going to see she's got a vibrant community, especially in her live streams. I see I'm behind with the videos. I'm just going to grab the latest one, put that into my catch-up list so I can catch up with her a little bit. But she's monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. A lot of quilting on this channel. And I've said from basically the beginning, it took me a while to get to know what she was doing on the channel. But some of the things I find most compelling. I've never done any quilting at all myself, but I believe I understand how much work goes into that. Anybody who even looks at a quilt can imagine how much work people have to do to put those things together. Mona Did What is going to teach us how to make quilts and how to work on them, but also how to fix mistakes when we make them and how to avoid mistakes when we're in the middle of quilting. And I think that's really cool. She's got interesting machinery for that also. Shorts on this channel have now gotten into 5,000 and one over even 10,000 views, and she's having a good time in that one. Live streams on the channel as well are frequent, and this is where you're going to find, like I said, a vibrant community. Always fast-paced, always high energy over there. Lots of friends on StreamYard panels. So hopefully everybody will connect with Mona Did What. Obviously an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then Life in the Piedmont Homestead, we're going to look at. Mona Did What dropped a super chat so that we would look at this channel. It's an incredibly generous thing to have done. Mona Did What's done things like that many times before. So let's have a look at what she's got going on. I believe she said that Life in the Piedmont Homestead might have a series that is interesting. I'm not sure if that's exactly what you meant. I see you got the Instant Pot out there. Jason had one of those videos. That was the first that I noticed, the Instant Pot in. I have to learn about this, whether I want an Instant Pot or whether I'm happy to stick with my crock pot. And now I'm starting to see these Crocktober videos all over the place as well, which is great to see. When you collaborate with other creators, that is one of the fastest and best ways to legitimately grow organically. Every time you're featured on somebody else's channel, you're all but guaranteed a handful of new subscribers every single time. So it's great to see Life in the Piedmont Homestead getting involved in quite a few different collaborations. I should have hopped in on one of these. Cozy Fall Soup 24. I just made soup a couple weekends ago. And then I'm just going to grab her latest video, though. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get caught up or stay caught up. And then I see they're working on 1,500 subscribers, so we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone when we get into shorts on this channel. We see these have gotten into 1,600, 2,500, even 3,400 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So I caught her yesterday, and always having a lot of conversation with other creators. So this along the lines of what I was talking about with collaborating. Life in the Piedmont Homestead, I think, has been doing this ever since we met them a while back. So sorry I missed your birthday. That's a month past already. Hopefully we'll catch that next October. Forgive me for that, but yeah, it's a while from now. But it's great to see that you had a good, vibrant community going on with you there while you were doing birthday celebration. And then Life in the Piedmont Homestead, and thank you, Mona Did What, for that super chat to get them up on the screen. And we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we will get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. And I spun the wheel earlier, so Don Ray B is coming up right now. And we'll see what they've got going on their channel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connecting Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And Butler Family Farm is in the house, so I'll get them on the wheel. And members always get added onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat or as soon as I catch up. So I just got you on there now. Jerry, but thank you for asking, because sometimes I miss that. I don't mean to do it. Some of the creators here, I just miss them constantly and keep not putting them on the wheel. But members will always be added. So as well, Don Ray B up on the screen right now. This is a creator that wants to inspire us before we even get into her content. She says, each new day is an opportunity to make your dreams come true. And if you read her about section, you're going to get an idea of why exactly she says that. She literally is doing the same thing for herself and has moved into a 4-acre homesteading lifestyle. I ran this video and did not watch it, but this is really cool. I'm actually going to grab the other one because I'm fascinated by these trailers. When I was a young lad, I think from about the age of 10 or 11 years old, my parents got a trailer and would go to a trailer park on the weekends to camp and swim and fish and all that good stuff. And we had a canvas trailer at the time, but I remember going to many of the, I think we call it the Sportsman Show, which is a touring convention that goes through all the different cities and stuff. So I live close to Toronto. I was always there, and we'd go, and I was always fascinated for some reason by all these trailers, but the technology has improved as well, so it's great to see that. Now Don Ray B will do a lot of product reviews and talk to us about her homesteading lifestyle on the channel, and then shorts over here have gotten into 2,500 and 3,800 views, and then live streams on the channel as well have been an experiment up to about a year ago. We'll see if she's going to pick those back up, and she's working on 900 subscribers now, which is exciting, and hopefully we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. Like I said, you can read the about page to get an idea of what she's doing on the channel and the inspiration behind it. So Mona did what? Thank you for a gifted membership. I really do appreciate that. How ironic that it happened to go to Life in the Piedmont Homestead. I think the YouTube algorithm must be paying attention. And then Mona did what? Picked up a gifted membership also from Don Ray B there, along with Hadgeways, Cruz Bolero, Big Dude, and Yellow Shirt Dad. So thank you for that. Don Ray B has done that countless times before. Mona did what? Has done that and more many times also. So thank you both for the extra generous support. I really do appreciate it personally. I know the recipients of those gifted memberships will be happy to have them as well. That's really cool, actually, Stitching It Up, Capturing Country Life. We have at least 2 different channels in the Tuber Chat family that have converted buses into RVs. Hope Bus is a longtime friend and actually got a tour of their custom RV that was a bus conversion, an NCL bus, and that was when it was probably halfway done to 3/4 of the way done. That's on my personal channel. They've actually taken off. They went to do and make their dreams come true as well. They've split 5 hours away and are living the homesteading lifestyle completely off grid, if I understand right. And then Big Family Expedition is another channel here that is in here frequently that also has converted a schoolie into a custom RV, which is really cool. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. CaliKing916 from Sacramento's here. Michael's Adventures, my dear friend, is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. And we always put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. BDBGP, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And, oh, Don Ray B, I know we've talked about it a million times, but it gets harder as time goes on. I see myself, I promise you, it's literally every day now. that I go like this, at some point, because I realize some of the names of the channels that I haven't even seen in months, because I haven't been able to find a moment to go a little bit farther than I usually do. So the funny thing is that, it's not funny, but you know what I mean. When we start our YouTube journey, when you're on your first 100, 200, 300 subscribers, it's not too difficult to keep up with your biggest supporters. A lot of your friends you're seeing every day or every couple of days. But as you start to follow 400, 500, 600 and more channels, it becomes almost impossible to keep up with everybody as much as we all might like. Now, the truth is, as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. And you see that when I put channels on the screen here. We talk about their history. We talk about how they're doing. Everybody's growing. It doesn't feel like it, but I promise you, it's faster than ever. It's a lot, not easy, but easier today than it was 7 years ago when I started, just like it was easier for me than those who started 7 years before me, let's just say. So these are just ideas. And then, the Krabby Patty sandwich, totally not my thing, Hilda DC, but I may have to try it just because you say so. Yes, I frequent Wendy's more than I'd like to admit as well. And then, again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. So Super Rainbow Queen is coming up right now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Yeah, Wendy's and Tim Hortons amalgamated here a while back. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is reminding me of that. We have McDonald's, we have Burger King, we have Wendy's, we have KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I'm not sure if Taco Bell is worldwide or not. I always thought that it was. What I do wish would actually come here, I shouldn't eat so much takeout food, but what I do wish, if I was going to do that, is, first of all, White Castle. When I've been in the States, I promise you I've driven an hour out of my way just to go to White Castle, and I've been lucky enough to have it a handful of times. But Mighty Taco is something, at least in upstate New York, I've been lucky enough. I live in Niagara Falls now. I grew up in Toronto. But crossing the border, I've probably been across anywhere from 150 to 200 times probably. And in Mighty Taco, it's just a different kind of taste or thing, let's just say. I feel a little bit better about eating Mighty Taco than Taco Bell, but I eat a ridiculous amount of Taco Bell as well. I've cut that stuff down over the years, but it has been an unreasonable amount over all these years. Izzy Scott, good to see you in the house. They were live earlier. And then Sold on RV Life. Actually, it's random. So this particular channel, I used to stream on certain days. It used to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But probably a year ago, we switched all of that, and it has to do with I'm lucky enough to be able to work full-time, and I do have a full-time gig. Half my full-time gig is working on YouTube channels and other social media, actually. But half my full-time gig takes me out. I got family obligations and stuff like that as well. So it's easier for me to say, no, we don't have a schedule. We just stream on different days and times. I work it around my schedule. But I also consider, let's say a day like this coming Saturday. We don't always stream on Saturday. So 1 week I'll do it at like 4 p.m. like this week. And then the next time I do a Saturday live stream, I'll probably do it a few hours earlier or a few hours later, just to keep mixing things up. Today was a much slower start to this live stream than we usually have. In a Tuber Chat live stream, it's not uncommon to find 30 to 40 people watching at all times. But we never stream on Thursday at this time. I never have this chance, not for 8 months or so. So Tuesday and Thursday this week, we were able to stream at a different time. That lets us catch channels who otherwise wouldn't be able to catch us. It's not recommended for 99% of channels. I would tell anybody, and most of the people who talk about the things we talk about here would say consistency is key. Scratch and PPA is a perfect example of that. He premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. He has one of the fastest rolling chats you're going to see out of any channel channels in the Tuber Chat family. Garden State Gardener used to do Sunday nights. Lots of our friends have schedules like Just Jason Keto and More's on every Thursday evening, for instance, and it really helps. Consistency can be a key to building up. But we have a couple of creators as well. They happen to be moderators, like Hilda DC or the Stock Explorer. They're so supportive to other creators that they can go live or drop a premiere whenever they want, and they'll always have a fast-rolling chat. So it's interesting the way that that stuff works. But yeah, here in Tuber Chat, we try to be on at least 3 times a week. But we do mix up the days and times. After Saturday, I'm unsure the next time I'm going to be on. I had a really heavy month, some family obligations moving around. It's all for good reason. It's all for positive reasons. But I'm going to find myself kind of struggling. So we'll have to see, and we'll take it day by day. But I try now to post the streams a couple days in advance as well, so everybody can check the front page if they want to and see, hey, when is this guy going to be on again? And then we try to run those streams, and I try to let the moderators know as soon as I'm sure. I try to let them know a couple days ahead as well. So hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. We're looking at Super Rainbow Queen. There's another creator who's here with us frequently, now working on 3,300 subscribers, monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, they let us know. They bring Dollar Tree hauls and other types of vlogs, and when we look through the channel, we'll see a lot of that variety. I'm just going to grab the latest Halloween haul and put that into my special catch-up playlist. When you look through the Vlogtober series, they did a great job of bringing us a lot of different videos. And you get an idea as I scroll through the thumbnails about the different hauls that they're bringing us. I love the dollar stores as much as anybody. I go to the dollar store every week. I actually bring my father to the dollar store, and but I enjoy going through there as well. I am really surprised with the things that the dollar store is able to offer over the last many years compared to many years ago, right? Because our dollar stores in Canada, or at least in my area, seem to go up to about $5 now. And that means you can get things that would have otherwise, you know, costed $10 or $20 in a lot of other places. I'm not talking quality, I'm just saying it's there if you needed a power bar or an LED light or, you know, some kind of a phone stand or charger and things like that. You would likely be able to get them even at a dollar store. And then, oh, Big Dude is in the house. They're a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. And when we look at Super Rainbow Queen on the screen here, we also see they've got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 2,700, 3,300, 5,100 on some of these. Breakfast for dinner is like my favorite thing. I could eat breakfast all the time. It's like my favorite thing to eat when I go out, if we go to a place that offers it. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they're live, not just almost every day, but sometimes multiple times a day. The conversation can go anywhere once they get started, but a lot of hauls and product reviews here as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Super Rainbow Queen, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And there you go. Yeah, Kelly's Family Adventure. Same with the pound shops in England. Makes sense, of course. And I believe that's what used to be called Five and Dimes, right? Back in the day, before we started with the dollar stores. But boy, did they ever pick up 10 or 20 years ago. I mean, it's just, they're everywhere. Canada's got its own chain now called Dollarama. I think there's 700 of them across the country or something like that. Let's spin the wheel. Let's see who's coming up next. What we're going to do right now is take another break. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from our interview series. These are videos that were added to the Tuber Chat channel a couple months ago. And each one of these is done in an interview style. But what I did was ask the creators for their opinion without adding a lot of my own, because I always talk about this stuff every day, right? And they gave us a ton of information. If you haven't watched all 4 episodes in their entirety, I'd recommend grabbing a notepad or wherever you like to keep your notes and have a listen to the different things that they say, because not every creator says exactly the same thing about every single subject either. The conversations go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. and it's a diverse collection of channels that they run, but each one of these creators has been a longtime friend of TuberChat. They've been with us for at least 3 years, and all of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. Well, thank you for that. So it's interesting that we're talking about shorts already. We've got a lot to go over today. But since you've mentioned it, that's one thing that I was planning to ask, is the idea that you can give us, regardless of, like, you know, a lot of people are going to have different opinions about whether shorts are helpful. Some creators have broken off into separate shorts channels and things like this. But in your experience, now going through what you have with shorts, what advice can you give to somebody just in the beginnings of their YouTube journey before their 10,000 subscribers, so that they can have the best chance of making shorts work for them as opposed to against them?
So ultimately, you've got to have a passion in what you're doing. There's no point in, say, I'm going to do videos on fixing cars when you have no idea on how to fix cars.
Yes.
Okay. I am more shocked at what people are willing to sit there and watch than actually do it. I did over the Christmas period, I was given a huge model to build, and I live streamed it. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got another day on it, so it'll be another like 8 years. So I was basically doing 4 to 6 hour live streams of building this kit, and people were turning up every day, having me in their background or in the background, watching me and listening to me while I was effing and jeffing at this kit. You know what I mean? And if they've got a passion for what you're doing, they're more likely going to watch that passion from you and push. So if you are going to set up a YouTube channel today, if your passion is walking, record it. But make sure that you envelop and make sure that what you're saying and what you put in the video is aimed at the audience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, when I do a YouTube video, I don't think I'm talking to 50,000 viewers.
Yes.
I'm talking to one person.
Right.
So if you create a video of your passion, make it personal, that you're talking to that one person that's watching you. If you see what I mean, you know, you are just talking to one person. So create the video for your best friend. So he's going to say, you know, and people will become endowed by that. They'll listen to that because you'll be like their friend as well. So that's my one tip, I think, is to make sure that you make the videos not personal in your life, personal about what's on the footage, and that you're making that video for your best friend. Right.
That's great advice too. Yeah. Each person, is looking through their own set of eyes, regardless of who they're with.
Yeah.
All right, we're just about back. I see TCG fam is in the house. They're a longtime friend. Crystal Sparkle's been added to the wheel, of course. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Yellow Shirt Dad picked up one of those gifted memberships. I think I'm going to get Gene onto the wheel right now. I know he's been here since the beginning of the stream as well. If any of our members are listening or watching that haven't been added or that I've removed from the wheel, just please be active in the chat. Say anything at all, I'll get you back on there. I remove names from time to time. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours every time we stream, and that's just so we can get to a few more newer channels as time goes on. But either way, we'll get through as many channels as we can in the next couple of hours. Then Just Jason Keto and More has a live stream for us. You can meet more friends over there. He's a beloved and dedicated moderator here, of course, so he shares our generosity in wanting to connect people, as does I Am Betty J Gathers. This is another creator who does a lot of promoting when it comes to the idea of YouTube and wanting to connect creators, wanting to help people. She's been with us for 4 years now as well. She's working on 2,500 subscribers and monetize. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get to her channel. I Am Betty J Gathers, up to recently, was bringing us a lot of vlogs and taking us about her day. She brings us into her home. She takes us on the road. And she's always smiling, always laughing, always inspiring and motivating. And one of the really interesting things about what I Am Betty J Gathers has been able to do on her channel is you don't usually see talking head videos like these in shorts featuring just the creator that get into 10,000 views and beyond. But she's got a bunch of them, which is great to see. And hopefully you'll go over and check those out as well. When we look at live streams, we know that I Am Betty J Gathers typically talks about living her best life over 60, but the conversations can relate to anybody over here. Like I said, always inspiring, always motivating. She often talks about healthy eating, healthy living. Intermittent fasting is something comes up, and a lot of YouTube help for people as well. She always wants to promote others. So hopefully everybody will connect with I Am Betty J Gathers. Like I said, we'd love to push her towards that 2,500 subscribers we know she's thinking about. She's another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and has been with us frequently all this time. And then Rem's family, thank you. Yeah, I actually took the name off a while ago, but I put it right back on as soon as you came back into the chat. So that's a hint for all of our members as well, if I happen to do that. I know it can be tough to see the names on the wheel if you're watching on a phone. And Butler Family Farm is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then thank you, TCG fam. That's another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're actually working all the time. They got videos coming out all the time. They take us live streaming all the time. And then Deb S, the Pug Mama Quilter, is in the house. I saw you on another channel. Was it on Mona Did What? I think I saw you in the live stream thumbnails over there. I could be mistaken. And Butler Family Farm is up on the screen right now. So this is Jerry and Susan. They have 116 acres of farmland to look after. So it's obviously homesteading type content here and a little more involved. They show us all that it takes to look after not only 116 acres of farming property, but the livestock that comes along with that. So Jerry got into bees a couple of years ago, but they already had cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, as well as cats and dogs. They bring us into their home. They take us out onto the farm. Jerry brings us into the shop where he does a lot of woodworking. You've seen a lot of his merchandise and things he's made for people, including here in Superchat. I've actually got something that he sent over for me generously, a custom pen and pencil set that he makes with the lathe in the shop. This is really cool. I keep it on my desk I have yet to use it as a pen and a pencil. It's one of those things where like you don't want to use it because you don't want it to get ruined, but I look at it every day. I keep it right beside me. And then Butler Family Farm is working on 32,000 subscribers now. Jerry let me know after a conversation that we had a couple of months ago that he's been using the YouTube promotion system. And that's a legitimate way to grow your channel organically through some basic advertising. Now, Jerry can give us a lot of insight as to what's worked for him. He's going to do that actually on a special live stream this Monday and talk about that promotion system. A lot of people are wondering to themselves, how are some of these channels literally going up by thousands of subscribers, sometimes even per week? So he's going to give us some insight. There's illegitimate ways to do it, but the YouTube promotion system is something that they give us in the YouTube studio. What I understand a lot of creators are starting to do is make a 3-minute almost trailer introduction video for their channel and then using that as the video that they promote so that they can draw in the right kind of subscribers. But Butler Family Farm, Jerry will let us know about that on Monday's live stream. He's actually planned it as a special one just to talk about that. Jerry and Susan are live every Monday. They share the camera work and everything else here on the channel. They head out to meet lots of other creators for YouTube meetups and things like that. And they've got some shorts over here that have gotten into 12,000 views and beyond, one over 50,000 now. And then live streams, like I said, every Monday as a minimum. Sometimes they take us on the road and they bring a lot of StreamYard panelists up as well. I've joined them on their channel a couple of times, but they will introduce us to lots of other creators. And then sometimes they take us out for these meetups that have up to 80 channels worth of creators and supporters, which is really cool. Look at all those crock pots lined up together there. That's quite a sight. Butler Family Farm monetized, like I said, so we'd love to help them keep growing, and hopefully everybody will get ready for that live stream. It's already set up on their channel. We always set notifications for everything we see, even though we have the notification bell on. And I'm talking about live streams and premieres, but that's just in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. So hopefully everybody will join us for that. I am going to do my best to be there. I actually have to be at the dentist that day, and I'll just be finishing up my appointment. You know, I tried for the life of me to move my dentist appointment. And here in Canada, we're starting to get into dental plans similar to what we're known for with our healthcare. People say it's, you know, free healthcare in Canada. Not exactly. We pay more taxes, and it probably equates to like what our American friends would do if you paid for a medical plan. I don't know how that works exactly, but private medical insurance and things like that, if you work it together, it probably works out similarly. Our government overspends with everything, and our taxes are ridiculous, as they are in most places in the world, but that's just opinion. When it comes to dental, they're starting to fold that in. So things like young children and seniors now apparently have the ability to have some of their dental work rolled in. And eventually, I'm sure it will just be a clean sweep of all the non-essentials will be added in, which will be great, in my opinion, because otherwise, I know what it's like to need dental work and not exactly be able to afford it when it happens and have to wait it out and pay over plans and stuff. Things are better, of course. You know, I've gotten older and this and that, but boy, toothaches are no fun and everything else. Anyway, my personal dentist that I've been with for at least 10 years now, if not 15, I tried to move my appointment. It's just for a cleaning, and I go 3 or 4 times a year instead of 2. I really want to look after everything now, but they couldn't move it. They can't do the days that I need, and they are booked all the way up to the end of the year now, because people are, you know, who have dental plans with their companies as benefits are cashing those all in now. And I know what it's like to do that as well when you've got a lot of companies will give, let's say, $1,500 every 6 months, speaking Canadian, of course, worth of dental work. So if you need root canals and bridges and crowns and all this kind of stuff, some of that can be included. But, you know, you got to max that out before the end of the year. You don't get it. It doesn't carry over a lot of times. And then Mike and Rihanna's Adventures has a big cruise coming up. There's a few of those going on. Lots of creators in the cruising and travel community have put together these group cruises with a lot of creators and supporters from YouTube getting together. And those look like a lot of fun. There was a couple of years there where we really weren't able to see any travel and cruising content, and then it's become a vibrant community again. We have lots of content available, which I'm grateful for. So Big Dude is coming up. TCG fam dropped a super chat. They've done that countless times before. For that reason, we'll put their channel up next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away when those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but over time I add names to the wheel based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And I added Stitching It Up, Capturing Country Life a little while ago as well. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Sold on RV Life, thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. And that's really cool. Yeah, multiple low-carb cruises every year. That's a great idea. Okay, forgive me. I don't usually try to stop myself from getting into too much story time. I worked on a cruise ship for one summer in 1996. And I made a friend. I tend to, latch on to a few people, this and that. Everybody, kind of meets a few friends, I think, when they get on cruises and stuff. One of the guys I was working with happened to be what I believe was an Olympic swimmer at the time. This is forever ago, but you know what I mean. While we were hanging out, he insisted on eating somewhat healthy, even though there's an abundant amount of food always available on a cruise ship. And ours was quite small. The ship I was on was called the MV Zenith with Celebrity. It's long gone now, and it held 2,100 people, 700 staff, 1,400 passengers, let's just say. And so I ended up, by the end of the summer, losing weight on the cruise, but that's over a 4-month period. But when you are working there, if you can imagine spending 4 months on a cruise, and we were just going from New York to Bermuda, there's not all that much that's going to change week to week. It's very exciting, especially for the beginning. I recommend cruising to anybody if you can. However, we spent a lot of time either at the beach swimming or at the gym, because, it's just something to do to kill the hours in between our work and things like that. But my understanding was, even at the time, the average person gains 7 pounds on a cruise. Basically a pound per day kind of thing. So the idea of a low-carb cruise would be fantastic. So that would be something. I mean, I don't know if it's realistic that I can get anywhere this year, but I'm starting to look forward to that stuff and these ideas. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. So, Big Dude is up on the screen. This is somebody who's going to inspire us in a spiritual way. You'll get an idea of that when you get to the channel and start to see some of the Bible study this creator's involved with. They got a cousin with a YouTube channel that they often invite in here as well. Big Dude is now working on 4,300 subscribers. New Horizons Above and Beyond is in the house. Not sure if I said hello earlier. And then Butler Family Farm, a year on a cruise is something else as well. Big Dude brings out videos occasionally, as you can see, shorts on the channel as well. This creator's gotten into 15,000 and 25,000 on a few celebrity tributes there. Live streams on the channel feature more Bible study and inspiration from this creator, and they seem to be doing these occasionally, along with a little bit of video gameplay. Big Dude's been a longtime friend. He's been with us for at least a couple years, maybe 2 or 3 years by now. P&J's Homestead Adventure, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Next up is going to be TCG Fam. They dropped a super chat a few minutes ago. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. The TCG fam is working on 6,300 subscribers. They're a longtime friend. I think they've been with us well over 3 years, maybe closer to 4 by now. They do a lot of mukbang style videos, and I know I never pronounced that name right, you know what I mean. And they mix up a few different ideas as well. You get an idea of that when you start to look through their thumbnails. I'm just going to grab their latest video, put that into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. They got some shorts over here as well. These have gotten now into 500 views and 600 views. And then live streams on the channel as well. And I've caught them many times for live streams. They're actually live frequently. You can see every other day or so. And they're usually out bringing us either to a restaurant. Sometimes they bring us into their home and give us a chance to eat with them. TCG fam dropped a super chat. They've done that countless times before. And I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, of course, but very much appreciated. And we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then, yes, Mr. Fulton Mraz, our thoughts and prayers, of course, are with you. It's very difficult to lose somebody, but hopefully you're doing what you need, and know that we're all thinking about you. Herman the Great Variety Channel is coming up right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Oh, I keep forgetting Big Family Expedition. Did you not tell me Matthew's Bushcraft is part of the family? And I forget that. I don't mean to forget that. Big Family Expeditions dropping a super chat, so we'll look at Matthew's Bushcrafts channel, and I'll show you both of these at the same time. And like I said, we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away, so we'll look at those 2 channels next, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Herman the Great Variety Channel has been a longtime friend. This is somebody who's reset and restarted a couple of times. Herman the Great is, although he mixes things up and has changed up a couple of times, Herman the Great has been a longtime friend here in TuberChat. And they've actually been with us for, I think, a couple of years now as well. I'm not sure if it's 3 years, but it's got to be 2. Herman the Great Variety Channel, of course, is going to bring us pure variety. The latest video is a vlog from a month ago. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with what he's been doing lately. Shorts on the channel have gotten now over 1,000 views, 2,500 on one of these, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. And these seem to be, even up to a couple of days ago, fairly frequent with StreamYard panels and more friends to meet. So hopefully everybody will connect with Herman the Great Variety Channel. Like I said, a longtime friend, and yes, the last ever reset. I never wish for anybody to ever want to, like, you know, quit YouTube or quit what they're doing or delete all your videos or your channel and stuff like that. But emotions can run high, especially when trolling comes around. Sometimes life experiences, you know, life throws different things at us that may make YouTube seem impossible at times and this and that. What I wish for everybody is when you hear about anybody at all that's thinking about stopping, quitting, moving, changing, resetting, or anything like that, my recommendation is not to delete your videos. You can always make them private. You can always make them unlisted. You can even hide the whole channel and then just put it back later. 99 times out of 100, creators who decide that they're not going to do YouTube anymore end up starting over 2 weeks later and then say they regret getting rid of all their videos. If you make a public video, private or unlisted for any reason, you will lose the watch hours that come along with that. The term is public watch hours, so it's just important to note that. And not that this is really directed specifically at Herman the Great Variety Channel, but just the idea, if you're going to reset and restart, hopefully you got everything backed up, just in case some of the content you had before might still be appropriate. Most creators regret deleting anything. Lucy Grace 56, good to see you in the house. And as for Herman the Great Variety Channel, we want to help push them towards the 200 subscribers they're now thinking about. So Matthew's Bushcraft is coming up. Big Family Expedition dropped a super chat for them. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Yes, and just so I can cover myself, because I tend to speak very quickly, I don't realize how some of the stuff might sound because I race through the ideas so much. But the truth is, what I wish for everybody on YouTube, I wish for you to get out of YouTube what you came here for or what you decide you want. That's absolutely the truth. Doesn't have to be money, doesn't have to be monetization, doesn't have to be anything at all. Everybody has a different reason for being on YouTube. Some of them might be similar, but I really just want everybody to get what they want out of YouTube. We talk about monetization because it's on most of our minds. We talk about making our channels grow and hopefully gaining more subscribers because that's what most of us want. But the biggest thing I hear from people about what they enjoy in their YouTube journey, and I agree wholeheartedly, is the friendships that are made along the way and the inside jokes that we have with each other and things like that. So hopefully everybody enjoys most of what we're doing. Together we travel. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I've forgotten this many times. I don't mean to forget this, but Matthew's Bushcraft is actually part of the family when we look at Big Family Expeditions channel. So we'll look at that next. But they just dropped a super chat, so we would have a look at this young creator's channel. It's interesting because Matthew's Bushcraft is saying, learn survival skills with me. When you read their about section, they say that they are dedicated to teaching people of all ages skills that may one day save their life. And a lot of outdoor content here, of course. This is really cool. Top 8 survival knots you need to learn now. I'm actually going to enjoy watching that video because I happened to be a Boy Scout when I was a young lad. I forget what ages that was. I was in it for a few years. And that was one of the things that we had learned that I probably forget now, is how to tie certain knots and what they're useful for, because you could do something like, I think it's called a wreath knot, but it's not going to hold anything together. It's made just to hold the two ends of a rope together, if you want to put it that way, but it's not really good for tying stuff. Matthew's Bushcraft is going to help us understand some of that in the latest video. Otherwise, they're taking us outdoors and teaching us different survival skills. They've got some shorts over here as well. These have now gotten into 2,200 and 2,800 views. We'd love to push this creator towards the 200 subscribers they're thinking of. They're already more than halfway there. We always say you're on a road when you get to a 100 milestone, and since they're beyond 150 now, they're halfway on the road to 200, which is great to see. Big Family Expedition is the family behind Matthew's Bushcraft, and they now have long passed their 1,000 subscribers as well. They've got an interesting story, and I talk about their channel often because we mentioned the idea of that custom RV, and I mentioned it earlier. Forgive me, I can't remember who mentioned the idea of a conversion when I believe we were looking at Dawn Ray B's channel, because she's got a trailer that she was looking at there, like a camping RV type trailer, right? And Big Family Expedition has taken a schoolie and turned this into a custom RV for the family. If you read the about section, you're going to find that this is a family that was on the living on the road. They settled down for a little while, added a family member, and now they're ready to hit the road again. So they did a trip to Alaska. This is another video they've put up from that trip. I'm going to look forward to seeing that. I've put that in my catch-up list. We've got a few channels in Alaska and lots of friends that have visited, and they let us know what it's like to cross through Canada on their way. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,600, 2,700 views, one over 10,000 though. which is great to see. And then when we get into live streams, they've let us know they expect to bring back their Thursday night live streams. I don't know how I never caught any of these when they were doing them a few months ago, but I'm looking forward to catching them when they start those back up. So hopefully everybody will connect with Big Family Expedition. They're here with us frequently, and we'd love to push them towards the 1,100 subscribers they're thinking about. And thank you, Silent Silver. That's another longtime friend, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I see It's the Bankroll in the house, and Home Bartending with John. I'm going to make sure I get them on the wheel. Did I do that to you again, Home Bartending with John? Have you been here and I didn't put you on the wheel? I feel like that's the case. Stitching It Up, Capturing Country Life is coming up next, but it's time for us to take another break, so we're going to go for another 3.5 minutes here. Right before we do, I'm going to play another one of those clips from our interview series, and those are the conversations that I've had with a few creators that go on between an hour and 2 hours long in an interview style. All of the creators featured are longtime friends of TuberChat. They've been with us for a few years. These are videos that are on the TuberChat channel in a playlist and listed as a podcast. All of the creators featured have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So one of the questions that's going to come up, especially when we've got a channel that's just grown, I mean, you guys have content getting into like well over 200,000 views. And people are always going to want to know how they can get more views on their video shorts and streams. So what can you tell us in your experience that you would give somebody as advice now?
I'm going to go first.
Yeah, you're the master of this one.
Don't be afraid to go back and change the thumbnails and the tags and the titles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to do that. It doesn't have to be the exact same as it was when you posted it. If you have a better idea for a title or a thumbnail or a description or anything like that, go ahead and try it. Because no matter how many times you change it, YouTube is going to pick something.
Yep.
And it might push it out more. More people might like maybe the colour scheme on it or the wording on it or something like that. And that'll help bring more people in. That's what I think anyway. Because we were afraid to do that for a long time. And then when we started doing that a little bit, we noticed a bit more growth.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's my opinion with you.
Well, a lot of what Danielle said is spot on. But the thing about it is, that's what's great about YouTube. You have that space to just go, you know, I didn't like that idea the first time it went up. Like, we've had thumbnails and we've had tags, we've had hashtags and stuff. We thought, oh, this is gonna go, it's gonna fly up, it's gonna be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And no, it just went straight into the toilet.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because the beautiful part is you can go back, you can change it over, you can go, I'll experiment with this. Sometimes it could be, now this is what is crazy about YouTube, could be a tag changed.
Yeah.
It could be the title. Like, as much as people go, it's the thumbnail, like the title does play a major part. Because like, if you turn around, let's say a plane flying in the sky, or you turn around and say a plane does a nosedive and then lands perfectly, what sounds better? Maybe that might work for some people, but see the way the two titles, like, well, I can just look at a plane or, oh, what's going to happen here?
Right.
I don't know why I used the plane, but that's just where I went for it.
Yeah, but you're absolutely
just the
right.
contrast of like titles and tags.
It does make a difference.
It does. It's like, from our experience anyway, it has. Like, we went back and sometimes we just changed the thumbnail, and that did make a big difference. Like, there, what thumbnail we doing on? We done it on one of the military videos, and we done it actually the Star Spangled Banner video.
Okay.
We had the original thumbnail for that. We thought was the best thing we ever made. Got rid of it. See, this is what happens. Like, a month later, we're like, wow, this is the worst thing we could have ever put up. And I know people probably don't know it's really good, but this is what happens in your own head. You're like, wow, this is like not great. But we changed it to that one, and we love that one, and probably next month we'll change it again. But don't be afraid to change around your content and really experiment with what's out there.
That's great advice. So we're just about back. We're going to look at stitching it up, capturing country life. Soon I'm going to add another name to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is talking about the idea of putting the same video up on YouTube as a short and TikTok. And then sometimes people use things as Instagram Reels or on Snapchat or as stories and things like that. So I would recommend to anybody, as a matter of fact, if I was to tell anybody today, if somebody asked me how do I get started on YouTube, I'd say it's a better idea to think about being a content creator. Put the content that you're going to make up on as many platforms as you have time for, in both formats, vertical as well as horizontal, and see where it sticks. Because Mike and Rihanna's Adventures has a TikTok video that's really blowing up right now, but they say it hasn't done the same thing on YouTube. Just Jason Keto and More makes a great point. It's the first thing we have to think about. There's different audiences. It may not seem like it, because you may even carry over some of your most prominent YouTube supporters onto Instagram or TikTok or other platforms, but it really is different. So, I learn every day, but I have been on social media from the beginning, right? In the days of CompuServe, AOL, right through Friendster and MySpace into Facebook, and now Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and all the others, right? Twitter and everything else. And TikTok changed the game. When that one came around, they did something that the other networks had never done. Pardon me, I didn't mean to spin the wheel, but we'll make it count anyway. And we'll put up the next channel after I talk about stitching it up, capturing country life. So It's the Bankroll will be the next channel that we look at. And TikTok changed the game when they came into the social media world and literally swept the continent, swept the planet. Because TikTok has an algorithm that says we don't care how many subscribers you have. The content is going to carry itself. The subscribers come after, or followers, or whatever you want to call it, right? They call it different things on different platforms, of course. And that now made all the other networks, YouTube, Instagram, and everybody else, followers, because they now have had to play catch up. So YouTube's trying to get back some of the TikTok audience by offering shorts, and we've been at this for a couple years now, or at least a year and a half. And shorts are supposed to work in the same way. Most of us have shorts videos that have got way more views than a regular video would have done. I personally have not yet put up 100 shorts, and I have not personally yet had one fly over 5,000 views. I think I have one at 5,000 now, but I could be wrong about that too. Last time I looked, it was 3,000 or 4,000. Then I got a notification that one was moving, but I could be mistaken. So I haven't seen some of the great success that some of our friends have here in the Superchat family. But you have to know that any video that gets 1,000 views is quite an accomplishment, in my opinion anyway. You'll often hear me refer to videos with 1,000 views as popular, because it's not the easiest thing to get that kind of views. I mean, I've been on YouTube for many years, and up until you have about 5,000 subscribers, you cannot even bet, in most cases, on getting 100 views per video. By the time you get to 5,000, you probably should be around there or a little bit higher on average. These are averages only that I'm talking about. By the time you get to 10,000, every video should be hitting its 200 views or more. And I'm talking about those are now the ones that are the least performing video. So I know a lot of people wish for that day, right? That 200 views on a video would be a bad video, you might think about it. And it's not the video's bad, it's just that you wish you had more views on it. So forgive me, I know I'm going way off on a tangent there, but TikTok really changed the game. And because of that, now, like I said, the other networks are trying to recapture some of the audience that was lost over there. And this is why, though, Just Jason Keto and More kind of hit the nail on the head. You have different audiences no matter what you do. And I'll tell you why I believe that that is and always will be. So I've been on Facebook from the beginning, since it came around. When we were all on MySpace, people were saying, oh, there's another network coming. Facebook's going to be the next thing. So we all started our Facebook profiles, and I did a lot of work with Facebook. All my traveling around the United States and stuff was based on Facebook audiences, along with a bit of MySpace trailing off. The reason why I make these points. So I've been on Facebook all that time, since 2000 and I don't know, 5 or 6 or whatever. It was invented, I believe, in 2004, right? And I have a personal page, or a personal profile rather, that had for a long time about 1,300 people. I might have a little bit more than that now, I forget. I also have a page on Facebook. I used to be a DJ, that's why I was traveling around the United States. The page also has about 12 or 1,300 people. They were built legitimately, but they have a different audience. Everything I've tried for a decade or two, I cannot get more than about 25% of the people to cross over. And you wonder to yourself, why would somebody connect with you on Facebook and not want to follow your page? Or why would somebody want to look at your YouTube channel and not follow you on Instagram? But it's just that way. So as far as I've ever seen, for all the experience I have, and keep in mind, half of my full-time job is working in social media, and has been basically for the longest time, at least 10 years now, that we're always going to have different audiences no matter how we look at it. So again, my recommendation is when you're producing your content, consider filming in a way or producing in a way that allows for shorts, that allows for TikTok videos, that allows for Instagram content. If possible, whatever you can make time for, put as, pardon me, my recommendation is to put as much as you can on every network you can make time for and see what sticks, because you might find more success on LinkedIn, you might find more success on Snapchat, you might find more success on Twitter. We just don't know, and there's other networks out there as well. Some of the content that we put up can't stay where it is. Even I've got a copyright strike in the past on my personal channel for some politically charged content that's not allowed on YouTube. So I had to go and move it, and eventually maybe I'll put all that stuff up on Rumble, where it's more accepted today. But these are things we have to think about as well, as the politically charged content gets mixed around. And, you know, social media is absolutely not based on free speech. Not today, anyway. So, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know the Pipe Guy is here. That's a second channel from Home Bartending with John, actually. And then Southern Bell Auctions is here as well. Twinbrook Acres has come in, and KP Heathen, I've got you on the wheel, of course. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So I know that's a long speech, but I just wanted to give a few moments of opinion when it comes to the idea of how to handle these other networks. There's AI tools now like Opus Clip, which is a very popular platform that can take your videos and cut shorts out of them. But my recommendation is, anywhere possible on any social network at all as a content creator, the best idea is to be cutting this stuff out yourself. The AI systems don't have the human instinct that you have, literally that feeling in your stomach about what's going to work, what you want to try, how you're going to learn, and things like that. It can cut a few shorts. It might even do a good job at times, but my recommendation is always to use AI systems either when you have no time and you just want to squeeze out a little bit more efficiency, or as inspiration, where you're really injecting yourself into your content, if that makes sense. Stitching It Up, Capturing Country Life is a channel I'm still getting to know. They're here with us frequently, though, and they are working on 400 subscribers now. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos, and this is really cool, DIY Christmas ornaments. I always enjoy seeing things like that. Pete and I have luckily been together for at least one video that our friend the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch had put out, where she was literally going through the stories about all the ornaments that they put on their trees, and I think that's wonderful. In my family and things like that, we've always had some, you know, heirlooms, if you want to call it that, or keepsakes that have been handed through a couple of generations, things that were made by some of our relatives and things that remain on our Christmas trees and things like that. Stitching It Up, Capturing Country Life has got some shorts here. These have done well, 8,300, 8,600, 9,500, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they've been on. They were on today. They were on last Thursday. It looks like they're doing these approximately once a week, so hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. And then they've got some information on the About section. I'll have to go through that when I get a chance to look at your channel again and then get a little bit more familiar. And then It's the Bankroll is coming up as well. And we'll see what they've got going on. They're going to help us with our finances. Sorry, I actually spun the wheel before. They were supposed to come up anyway, so thank God the wheel is working for me today. Let's look at It's the Bankroll right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So we're expecting to be on for another hour if everybody would like to stay that long. And Just Jason Keto and More has got a live stream coming up at 7 o'clock. He's got it a little bit earlier than usual. So we'll go and raid in there. And then you'll be able to meet more friends and family members while we're there. And then, yeah, Mr. Fulton Mraz, our thoughts are with you for sure. He's going through a rough time, but Mr. Fulton Mraz has seen more than one rough time and been able to get through it. He's been a longtime friend of mine for about 5 years now on YouTube. It's the Bankroll is working on 1,900 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. One of the things I'm really grateful for are these financial channels in the Superchat family now. We've got a core group of at least 5, if not 10, that are going to help us with our finances. The reason why I'm excited about that is, first of all, I don't believe there's enough education or almost any at all when it comes to our typical public school systems. That goes for everybody around the world from what I've heard. We can always use more information. It's the Bankroll is typically going to talk about a mortgage payoff journey, low-income budgeting, early retirement, cash stuffing challenges, ways to save money, inspiration behind that, paying off debts, and how to make money online as well. There are a lot of platforms, and I promise you, it really is easier than ever before to start building little streams of income that start to pile on top of each other and become significant streams of income, or a large significant stream of income, if that makes any sense. It's the Bankroll is going to go as far as to show us not only the paper products that they use to keep track of their expenses, but their digital apps as well, and they're going to show us some apps that we can use to make money with. And they've been doing this for a long time. It's the Bankroll's been with us for, I don't know if it's been a couple of years by now. It might be. And they're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. But one of the things I'm grateful for as well is knowing that most of us have monetization on our minds when it comes to our YouTube channels. Wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of that monetization? And It's the Bankroll and some of our financial channels are going to help with that. When we look at shorts on this channel, 4,000, 5,000, over 6,000, and on the way towards 7,000 views, and then a couple of live streams as well. Hopefully I'll catch you if you're going to keep those up. I got notification bells on for every single channel. And then, yeah, Canadian family life. It's tough. You know, not everybody has time. Every single person has a different lifestyle. Not everybody can do all of the same things, and not everybody's going to find success in the same ways. The YouTube channels that I have run for other people are not the same things that I do for myself. You know, we have to know that there's room for all of our different ideas. But even if 2 of us were going to make exactly the same videos, you see it in collaborations that happen. Not everybody is going to have the same result. The other thing too is by the time you get to 1,000 subscribers, it is very possible that you're already somebody's favorite. Doesn't have to be a content creator, could be a viewer, but I believe that that's absolutely the case for just about everybody. If you're using your powers for good as opposed to evil on YouTube, I could see it for sure, and it seems that way. You know when you see the same creators coming around by the way they talk to you about your channel, kind of idea. Kelly Family Adventures, I'm just going to put you back on the wheel here. I remove names throughout the live stream just so we can speed things up and get to a few newer channels. But Rem's Family Farm is up on the screen as well as another fellow Canadian, and they give us a bit of information on their About section: gardening, farming, hunting, fishing, and foraging in northern New Brunswick. We got quite a few friends in New Brunswick now. Rem's family's actually been with us a long time. We had this influx of homesteading channels start coming into the Superchat family about 3.5 years ago, and it continues today. Rem's family's been there for I forget how long. It's got to be at least 3 years. I'm going to put one of their latest videos here into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. They've just crossed 10,000 subscribers, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Always has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Tuberchat family, and I see Rem's family out supporting others as well, and have many times. Shorts over here have gotten into 7,500, 8,900, 10,000 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well are frequent. I don't know why I've missed so many, so I haven't caught them for a couple months. I got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. We just hope we can catch each other as often as possible. So I've had a good time when I've hung out with Rem's family as well. He's done a great job of keeping up with the chat when we're in there as well. So it's always great when a creator can do that. The chat usually drives a bit of the conversation no matter which live stream we're on. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I hope I said hello to Globy's Travels. I've got you on the wheel. I saw you come in. And then Crystal Sparkle is another creator who's been with us just about every day since finding us just a few months ago. Crystal Sparkle always engages true conversation in our chats, and I'm always grateful for that, because when you engage in true conversation with other creators in anybody's premiere or live stream, you're sending true engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm, and that can really push their content out. It shows YouTube this is worth conversation as an idea. Crystal Sparkle is going to bring us to a lot of conventions. There's a lot of My Little Pony and cosplay on this channel, and they take us out for a lot of adventures in that way. There's charity auctions here, a lot of cosplay like I was talking about. Sometimes they'll take us outdoors. They got shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into 2,700, 3,300 views, even 18,000 on one, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. I caught them the other day, but hopefully I'll catch them for another one soon, and they bring these to us fairly frequently, so hopefully everybody will connect with Crystal Sparkle. They're here, like I said, usually engaging true conversation, but I see their enthusiasm in other people's channels as well, which is great to see. So I'm spinning the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen in a second. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Maritz's Yarn and Crafts is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They've been with us a long time, and I see them out there supporting others all the time as well. Yellow Shirt Dad is up on the screen right now with 1,900 subscribers. Gene has to be excited about being on the road to 2,000. He's been with us a couple years as well, and Gene is somebody, the creator behind this channel, who started really clicking with a lot of creators as soon as they found us. I think he's just got that personality. He brings fun on his channel. He brings us the joke of the day several times a week, takes us outdoors for looks around his area, stories to be told. But I noticed right after he started coming into the Tuber Chat live streams a couple of years ago that he was already collaborating with other creators and building friendships. And, you know, I just think that's great. He's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter ever since. He's got a premiere coming up in a couple of days. That'll be on Saturday, so hopefully we'll catch that. It'll be shortly after Tuber Chat. And then, this is really cool. He's got a chance to show us all 4 seasons here as well in one of his latest latest videos. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Shorts on his channel have gotten now into 5,300 and 8,500 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. Yeah, actually, for that storm, Gene took us out. I remember that. I don't know, I wasn't in there, I guess, but I remember seeing this many times probably when we're going through the channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with Yellow Shirt Dad. We'd love to push him towards that 2,000 subscribers we know he's thinking about. And Crystal Sparkles, great to see you here. I didn't know you're still in the chat. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I'm not sure if I said hello to Paranormal Poet when I saw them come in. They were talking to everybody when they got here. I put them on the wheel right away. They're working on 2,900 subscribers now, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And when we look at their videos, I see they got a couple of new ones just from the last few days. I'm going to take the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them. They let us know they're a 24-year-old narrator. So I'm looking forward to seeing a few more of their videos to get an idea of their particular brand of scary stories and ASMR type ideas, as well as short films. When we get into shorts videos over here, we see that this creator's gotten into 300 and on the way to 400 views, which is great to see. Live streams as well, so they've been at this. They were on yesterday, and it looks like they're on every few days, so hopefully I'll catch them for one of these. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. TWTTV is another friend of about 4 years. It's good to see you in the house. They got a couple of channels as well. They've been doing some live streams lately. As soon as they started, I was catching them frequently. It's been a few weeks again. And then Hilda DC is coming up right now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then, yeah, Crystal Sparkle, I know that kind of thing can be really rough. I've been lucky enough to have pets, you know, in my households throughout most of my life. You know, we always had dogs. Lately, it's more cats. But, you know, I know the benefits that they give and how much we start to care about them. Hilda DC is up on the screen right now, and she is a dear friend who's also been with us for about 4 years. I know I say that kind of thing all the time. I lose track of how long some of our friendships have gone on. The only reason I mention it so much is so that everybody understands, like, instinctively we know already. We can see the future, and for anybody that's coming into Tuber Chat just in the last, you know, today or last couple of days or weeks, even months, you know that there are people willing to support you years into the future. And that comes through the stories that we tell about creators, you know, here as we go through channels. But Hilda DC is known as one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. She's trying to convince me to go and get one of these Krabby Patty sandwiches from Wendy's. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I'm assuming it's like supposed to be a crab sandwich or crab flavored sandwich. You could let me know if I'm completely wrong. I probably ran that video and didn't specifically see it. Hilda DC, I forget if we were in that for a premiere, but I'm often working on a computer. Hilda DC does a lot of like mukbang style taste test challenges and brings us a lot of interesting flavors. I'm in Canada, so we don't get to see all of the same things that they have. Our American friends, let's say, for instance. I'm sure if I was to go to the UK, I'd see all kinds of stuff I've never seen before. But I've been lucky enough to be to the States to get an idea of how much is there that we just don't get to see. Hilda DC is going to show this to us a lot. She does a lot of cooking videos as well, always has. I've actually joined her both on her channel and others for lots of StreamYard panels as well. An extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Now, Hilda DC like I said, is one of the most encouraging creators I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. And the reason why I say that is there are positive affirmations that flow through her content constantly, both from the creator herself as well as special effects she puts on the screen. She even gets Nightbot on the case for some of that encouragement. And Hilda DC has been a dear friend all this time. All the moderators on this channel are dear friends of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. One of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. For that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. Like, for instance, on Just Jason Keto and More's channel in about 45 minutes. So Hilda DC is here with 2,500 subscribers now. We'd love to push her towards the 2,600 we know she's thinking about. Lots of variety in her shorts videos here, getting into 6,100 views, one of them over 47,000. Which is great to see. And of course, she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Live streams are occasional now, but she's been known, like I said, to do tons of these. I've joined her both on her channel and others many times. And Hilda DC, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who also happens to be here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and has been for well over 4 years now. So we'll spin the wheel, and Kelly Family Adventures is going to be the next channel that we're going to look at. Right before we do that, we're going to go for another break again for 3.5 minutes. Everybody can grab a drink or whatever you need to do. I do it so I can keep my voice going for 3 hours, but it seems to be working. Right before we go for that break, I'm going to play one more clip from our interview series, and these are videos now on the Superchat channel, anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. They're in a playlist and listed as a podcast. They feature creators who have been longtime dear friends of ours here in the Superchat family. All of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So I noticed that you also mentioned subscribers for a quick second there when you're talking about especially the effects you put on the screen or the end of your video. Don't forget to subscribe, things like this. What else can you tell us, especially for anybody just starting their YouTube journey, about how to get more subscribers for their channel?
Still back to just asking. Like, you would be surprised how many people don't say subscribe to my channel.
Yeah.
Just a simple hit that subscribe button, you know, I would appreciate it. I don't do a whole lot of promoting, but promoting your channel works very well. I think honestly, if people can feel like they have a connection to you, if you're talking, if you're giving great information, if they sort of feel that vibe, they're going to naturally be like, oh, I like this person. But sometimes people will watch and just never subscribe. And sometimes it's just because they just don't think about it. It's like, oh, I didn't even realize I wasn't subscribed to you. So that one little ask is sometimes all the people need to just, subscribe to the channel. I think also realizing that not everybody is going to subscribe. Realizing that they might watch your video, but for whatever reason, they just don't want to subscribe to it. Or they just come there for that one reason, that to see that video, and now they're going to go. I think having people promote is a good thing. And that's also something I think should naturally happen.
Okay.
I know a lot of us, when we start out, we think we have the best ideas, the best personality, and we're going to blow up overnight. And it just doesn't happen like that in the real world. You know, it's going to take time, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with, you might never hit 10,000 subscribers, and that's okay. Be there for the 400 that are coming back, Be there for the ones that are coming back, and show them that you appreciate them being there, because eventually those are the ones that will mention your name to somebody else.
Yes.
Or, those, if they don't, but they're still coming back. So we have to be okay. And I think that's what a lot of new vloggers need to learn. You have to be okay that you might not blow up. You might not be
Right.
as fabulous as you think you are. You know, somebody is still going to be like, no, I don't like her. And that's okay. That's
Right.
okay.
All right, we're just about back. We're looking at Kelly Family Adventures. I know a few more channels have come in. Thank you, Jake Hudson, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. Jake Hudson is the channel that we talk about often because he's made a lot of theme songs for other creators, and literally dozens of them, it seems, including here in Superchat. So I'll play his version of our theme song in another, 20 minutes or so. We'll take one more short break before we finish the live stream today, but we still got almost 45 minutes to go. Just Jason Keto and Moore's got a live stream coming up at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to go and raid into that, but he's also a beloved and dedicated moderator here, which means that he shares our ideas when it comes to the idea of generosity and wanting people to connect with each other during his premieres and live streams. So Kelly Family Adventures is up on the screen right now. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. They're working on 4,400 subscribers. They got a few new videos. I'm just going to take the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up the smallest bit. We can see a lot of travel-based content here. And then when we look at the About page, we'll get an idea of what to expect on the channel. I'll go through that when I have an opportunity to sit and watch for a moment. And then shorts on the channel have gotten into 20,000, 29,000 views, and one at 918,000 views. I don't want to jinx it, but I hope that this will be something that can climb all the way to 1 million. Once videos like of any kind get into 100,000 or more, they seem to continue, gaining views forever after. Live streams on the channel are frequent. They've been doing these approximately once a week, so hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. And I've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. Kelly and Family Adventures, of course, as a member, we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. If any of our members are listening or watching that haven't been seen yet, just be active in the chat. Please say anything at all. I'll make sure I get you back onto the wheel. I remove names a couple times during the stream just so we can see a few newer channels. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours. And I added Nader to the wheel. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures has also been added to the wheel. They're always active in the chat and part of me. And they've been friends of ours for several years now. Jake Huston is up on the screen. So thank you again for another super chat. He's done that countless times before he actually took over our stream boss position there. That's the video game life meter under my camera here. Every super chat and membership gift knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock it out takes over and gets some extra exposure for their channel. Jake Huston has had that position before, and they'll hold it for a while. They're at 1,900 subscribers right now. Pardon me again for 1 second here. I didn't eat before Tuber Chat this time, so I'm snacking while we go on those breaks, and it's not long enough, and then I end up choking on just about nothing over here. All is well, but I'm just coughing a little bit. Jake Huston is going to bring us a lot of these theme songs like I was talking about, and he does these. He's been doing these lately for a lot of friends with YouTube channels. So you can go through these, and you'll likely be introduced to a lot of new channels that you hadn't otherwise seen before, including a lot of friends here in the Tuber Chat family. Jake Huston's been with us for at least a couple of years. Shorts on his channel feature pure variety. These have gotten into 800 views, and 1,100 views on another one of them, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. He's got a lot of StreamYard panelists that come up and join him, and he's live frequently, usually every either day or every other day or several times a week. So hopefully everybody will connect with Jake Huston, and obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Black Guns and Gardens, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. The Truth Teller 25's in the house as well. Yeah, I know, I'm trying to drink, and it's just, I'm not choking. It's just that, you know what happens when you eat too fast and you're just struggling for a minute. So let me ask everybody for another second here. We'll come back with Michael's Adventures. We'll see what he's got going on his channel for today. Michael's Adventures has maybe, I got to look at the number of videos on everybody's channel a little bit more. So look, actually, Jake Huston has 4,400 videos. When we look at Michael's Adventures, we're going to see he's pretty close there too, with now 3,800 videos. That's a lot of videos to put out. These are videos and shorts together. Michael's Adventures brings videos now actually twice a day. He's on every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern and most evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern as well. So he'll have another one coming up tonight. And I'm just setting notifications for all these. This is what I mean. We set notifications for everything we see, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel. I should be actually running all of his stuff. I'm going to do that today, Michael's Adventures, to catch up. Some of these red lines haven't gone all the way through. I think one or two of these are because I hop in on the premiere and then have to run to, somewhere else. I was on a different computer yesterday. But I'll get everything run soon. I usually catch up with our moderators every once in a while. Michael's Adventure is tough to keep up with. Like I said, he puts out videos. Look at this, 30 minutes, 2 hours sometimes. But he's getting really, really close to his 4,000 hours. He's only about 260 hours away now. So it's closing in. He's literally going to have it anytime now. He brings nature and wildlife on his channel. You'll notice a lot of these trail cam videos feature raccoons and foxes and deer. There's bird watching on his channel. Sometimes he takes us outdoors for a look around or a story to be told. Once in a while he brings us a drive along. A little bit of history as well. We get a chance to get to know Michael behind the channel. Shorts over here have gotten into now 1,600 views, one over 6,200. A bit of lottery ticket scratching. You could be outdoors or playing a slot game on a tablet. And he's monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, he's just hoping to hit that 4,000 hours of watch time and get into the second level of the YouTube partner program. He'll have that. I was hoping he'd have it. I mean, we're all hoping we'll have it sooner than later, but it looks like he's long going to have that before the end of the year. He might even have it before the end of the month. So hopefully everybody will connect with Michael's Adventures, another beloved and dedicated moderator here, one of the most supportive creators I've met in my 7.5 years on YouTube. I see the Bud Files is in the house. I've got them on the wheel. And we're spinning. We'll look at Just Jason Keto and more right now. We're going to get a great look at this channel in another 40 minutes or so, or half an hour or so. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And Black Guns and Gardens is dropping a super chat. Thank you for that. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. Of course, they've done that countless times before. For that reason, we're going to put their channel up on the screen next. We always look at membership gifters and super chatters as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning. Just Jason Keto and More is changing up his channel all the time with his banner and avatar, and playing with some Chaffle characters here. He's known for Chaffle recipes, but he's actually got plenty of recipes on his channel. Even outside of those Chaffles, he brings different things all the time. What I like about his recipes is that they feature only a few ingredients. They're truly simple and easy to make, and don't take a lot of time either. Most of the stuff he's going to use we already have in our pantries or refrigerators or whatever else. There's a lot of product reviews on the channel as well, and this can give us some insight about the ingredients that we're going to find or use, so that we can understand how they're going to impact us when we're thinking about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He's always talking healthy eating, healthy living. He brings in a lot of reinforcements. He'll either head out hundreds of miles away to catch performances at Keto Palooza with other influencers, or he brings influencers onto his channel for videos and live streams where they share their life experiences, their tips, their tricks, their trials, their tribulations, and hints when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He's got some healthy looking grilling shorts here that have done well. 4,000, 5,000, beyond 6,000 views. One at 22,000, which I've seen. And then live streams on the channel as well. So he's got one coming up in half an hour. We're going to go over there and raid after Tuber Chat. We still got lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. We'll get through as much as we can between now and then. And then he'll give us an opportunity to continue meeting friends while we're in there for that live stream. And it looks like he's got a guest on with him again. And he typically streams every Thursday. Next week he's got a special cook-along live stream coming up. And those are really fun, and he mixes those up as well. Outfish Ontario, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Black Guns and Gardens is coming up right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And Black Guns and Gardens is up on the screen right now. I'm going to add some names to our wheel from our chat list pretty soon. When we look at Black Guns and Gardens, we see gardening, preparedness, and self-defense together in one channel. Almost 3,300 subscribers, and you know I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have done to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond in their YouTube journey. Smallholder Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They're a longtime friend as well. Black Guns and Gardens has got quite a few videos here. I'm behind for the last couple of months. I can't believe how far behind I fall so fast. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to catch up a little bit. You're going to find a lot of product reviews and tips and tricks on this channel. Shorts over here have done well. 3,500, 5,300, one at 7,300 views. And hopefully everybody will connect to Black Guns and Gardens. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for at least 3 years now. They came in at the beginning. They're one of the first almost homesteading style channels that came in here to the Tuber Chat family about 3.5 years ago. If I remember correctly, sometimes I lose track of how long some of our friendships have gone on. So hopefully everybody takes inspiration from the idea that it really can be that long. And then we're going to look at Home Bartending with John, who has 2 one-of-a-kind channels in the Tuber Chat family. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So I'm going to get P&J's Homestead Adventure and Twinbrook Acres onto the wheel for now. And then Home Bartending with John. Why on earth is your channel not coming up right away? That's really odd. This creator's got 554 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 600 that we know that they're thinking about. Home Bartending with John, like I said, has 2 one-of-a-kind channels. I'll show you the other one in a moment. But he brings us the opportunity to learn how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. You don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what John has here, but he shows us what it takes to keep a bar like that replenished and some of the tools we need behind the bar to make some of our favorite cocktails. Now, he will often do recipes in different variations as well, so you might find 2 or 3 different ways to make a drink. He takes requests on the channel. He's done a couple for me already, for which I'm grateful, so that's something to look forward to as you get to know John. Sometimes he does comparisons with liquors, liqueurs, as well as beers. A lot of product reviews on the channel, and then sometimes he does collections like low-calorie cocktails or non-alcoholic mocktails and things like that. And I know a lot of people enjoy that about his channel as well. He's got shots, he's got shorts over here that feature some shots and shooters. And he's gotten into 1,600, 2,500 views. One has 8,700, and I think it still gets views. Live streams are an idea from the past. We'll see if he's going to bring those back. And the Pipe Guy is another channel from this creator. The handle is easier to catch him with. It's literally The Pipe Guy. We just have to spell it right. I'll copy that into the chat for everybody. He's got 63 subscribers right now. We'd love to push him towards his first 100. This is another one-of-a-kind channel. I haven't seen any content like this ever before, and he's making industrial pipe lamps and industrial pipe art. He's even got a Star Wars themed video here to start the channel off. So hopefully everybody will connect with Home Bartending with John and his second channel here, The Pipe Guy. He has been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I can remember. member. So much so, as a matter of fact, you can see by the color of his snowflake in the chat there that he's one of our longest standing members. He's been a silver member all this time, which means we see his channel in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, whether or not he's here. And then Just Jason Keto and more is getting set up for his live stream. He'll be on in another 25 minutes or so. And like I said, we'll raid over there after. I've already got the live redirect set to go. Charinator's up on the screen. This creator's got a couple of channels as well. We'll look at both of those. He's got 225 subscribers here. We'd love to push him towards the 300 we know he's thinking about. A lot of video gameplay here, and he's mixing up a few popular titles. Shorts on the channel feature a little bit more with bite-sized pieces of that gameplay, and then live streams as well. He mixes up some more gameplay here. I've caught him playing a lot of Euro Truck Simulator. And Charinator has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time in the Tuber Chat family from the UK. He's been with us for what I think might be at least a year, but I think it's closer to 2 years by now. Charinator Chat is another channel that he's recently set up for StreamYard panels. He's got a video to introduce the channel, and then StreamYard panels with interesting guests to come up. The conversation can go anywhere once he gets started over here. So hopefully everybody will connect with this creator, push him towards that first 100. It's an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey, of course. And then who is yes, Just Jason Keto and more actually has done live streams where he's got a multicam setup. He's got a couple of GoPros. If you look through his channel, you'll see he unboxed a GoPro a while back. You know, I still have yet to use mine. I opened it, didn't bother filming the unboxing. I got so frustrated with myself saying, you know, I'm never going to get this done. If I don't get it done by Friday, I'm just opening it because I got to start using it. I barely even turned the thing on, and I haven't used it yet. The idea is I wanted it to live stream. I do a lot of outdoor live streaming, and I wanted to just put it on the chest mount so that I can just do POV and literally just walk around. It'd be even lazier than carrying a camera around. I could just hang the thing off of me, and I still have yet to do that. Maybe I'll get a chance this weekend. Globies Travels is up on the screen right now. We'll see what they got going on. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Raymond-tacular forever. Good to see you in the house for what I believe is the first time. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. And so Charinator, yeah, has been a member for 1 year, 4 months, 3 days, but likely been with us for a little bit longer than that too. As well, there's a little bit of a hint from Just Jason Keto. He's saying he's trying out his GoPro as a webcam tonight. So as long as I remember, the earliest GoPro that I bought was a number 5, but I actually bought it when the 7 and 8s were out. And the reason why is because the 5 was the last model of GoPro where they still held a patent to the chip inside that allows you to film video and take pictures at the same time. As far as I understand, the patent went to another company after, and GoPro was never able to do that exact thing ever again. It's a bit of a headache because the photos that it takes are in that fisheye view. You have to use a Photoshop filter to be able to straighten those photographs out, but it's kind of cool because you could be live streaming or, you know, shooting video, and the camera's automatically taking pictures for you. So if you wanted content for the other networks like Instagram or Facebook or anywhere else, you've already got it. But for as long as I can remember, GoPro has been able to be used as a webcam as well. So if you find yourself with some of these things, cameras and phones that are starting to age and, you know, like they've been around a few years, you're really not using them anymore, or if anybody asks you, hey, do you need an old phone, do you need an old camera, I would think about grabbing that stuff because you never know what you might use, especially when it comes to a multicam setup or using a unconventional webcam, if that makes sense as well. And then New Horizons Above and Beyond is still here. A smallholder homestead just past the 1000, and they have the DJI Osmo 5 as a gimbal, which is really, really cool. I use the 4. I never did upgrade. I just love my gimbal. It still works perfectly after all these years. and I use my gimbal on top of a stand like the one I have back there. I got a camera sitting on it right now from an Amazon review that I had to do for somebody. But that stand, I still continue to use today. Lots of our friends have it. We did it as a giveaway, and our moderators have them and this and that. But that's an example of a camera. It's not a very expensive one, just one that I did a review for somebody that I've been doing reviews for a few years now. Pretty much a budget entry-level camera, but I am going to hook it up and see if I can use that as a webcam, right? Get a multicam thing going on. Globee's Travels is up on the screen right now, and they're going to bring us a lot of different travel, and I believe they came to us through... they're in Tennessee right now. They take us to a lot of different areas, both around their home and out when they travel beyond state lines and things like that. They're working on 4,000 almost subscribers right now. 3,900 is the next milestone for them. We get an idea of a lot of the different places they're taking us. And this is really cool. Actually, I think Corinne's Life, one of our moderators, let me know that this style of thumbnail has done well for her, and I've tried that both on my channel and other channels, at least one other channel that I run, where I've experimented with the different thumbnails now with one of these ones that has like 4 different views from a vlog kind of a thing. And that was right, I started doing that right before YouTube came up with the new test and compare, where we can put 3 different thumbnails up for a video, and it'll push out the one that gets the best click-through rate. But that's a good idea to experiment with different styles, let's just say. But it's interesting that I see that there. Shorts over here have gotten 7,000 views, one over 13,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. They tested one a couple of months ago. We're going to see if they're going to bring those back. I got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then when we look at Mike and Rihanna's adventures, they talk about the Osmo action camera, and I wondered about those when they came out. I was going to think about that instead of a GoPro back in the day, but it's great that they seem to like it. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So yeah, Canadian family life, the GoPros and Osmo cameras and things can be pricey. And most of us have phones that are just as good, like cameras just as good in our phones, in my opinion. The first video I should look, I still forgot to look, but I'm just going to see if one of my videos, a video that I've produced on another channel, has hit 1 million views yet. It's probably close. But that video was probably filmed with an iPhone 4S. If not, it was an iPhone 11. Still several years old now, right? What are we coming on the iPhone 16s, I think, or whatever? But when we think about these cameras, it's not unreasonable to try to get a good deal on a place like eBay or Facebook. Sometimes people have these weird connections, more and more lately because of like Amazon returns, the store Big Lots in the States and things like that, auction houses, eBay, and people on Facebook Marketplace might have things, especially right after Christmas. If you think about it, unwanted gifts are things that could be turned around. Somebody gets a GoPro and they really don't want it, or the person who gave it to them didn't know that they had more than one. They might turn around and just sell it to somebody else at a deep discount. They're happy to have the money, and the people who gave them the GoPro as a gift don't know any different because they've already got one that they're using. I'm not saying it's good or bad or right or wrong, but these things could happen. But I happened to, like I said, buy a GoPro 5 a couple of years later. I don't even remember what I bought it for, but it couldn't have been more than $100 or $200. And I'm in Canada. I wouldn't have paid a lot of money for it for sure. If I remember right, it might have been $100. So we're talking 1/4 the price, basically, right? Brand new in the box. Somebody just never opened it or never used it. And P&J's Homestead Adventure is up on the screen right now. 865 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 900. We know they're thinking about. Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen, good to see you here. And then when we look at P&J's Homestead Adventure, Paula and Jason are in New York State. They're able to show us all 4 seasons when they bring us outdoors. I consider this a homesteading channel as well. Well, it's called Homestead Adventure, so of course. And then when we dig through the channel, we see that they've gotten involved in a lot of collaborations as well. These Garden Tour Club videos are from our dear friend Gail Southern Living. She's been a friend of about 4 years as well. Shorts over here have gotten into 1900, 2200, 2600. Even the shorts alone show you all 4 seasons with some winter weather there. And then live streams. So they did one live stream about 6 months ago. We'll see if they're going to do any more of those. Hopefully catch them. We got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. Dolores, good to see you in the house. I don't think I said hello, but I know you've been here for a little while. I put you on the wheel earlier. Let's spin. We'll see who's coming up next. We're going to take one more short break. We'll just go for the literally 3.5 minutes. I'm going to play for you Jake Hudson's theme song for the Tuber Chat channel while we go on that break. We'll come back. We'll go through as many channels as we can before Just Jason Keto gets started with his live stream. And then we're going to go over there and raid. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is coming up next.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first 1,000 subs to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.
Hopefully everybody enjoys that theme song, and thank you for that, the truth teller. When we look at the channel that's coming up right now, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, are fellow Canadians from Medicine Hat, Alberta. They've been friends for as long as I can remember, well over 3 years now. 3,600 subscribers on this channel, and they've got a few channels now, so I'll let you find those when you get there. They started a new travel channel. I'm going to show you something special about them today, though. When we look at their latest video, they do a lot of vlogging. They could bring us into their home, but they take us outdoors for a lot of adventures. They show us around their area, and of course they're able to give us all 4 seasons. They also give us a lot of live streams where we're able to get a chance to get to know Mike and Rihanna. They always have a vibrant community as well. They've been doing Sunday Fun for a few years now. They took the summer off, but they're right back at it. Pardon me, they got quite a few live streams ready to go. So Mike's birthday is coming up in a few weeks. We'll be ready for that. And then they've got a few more live streams already set and ready to go. Shorts on this channel have gotten into now 5,800, 6,700 views. You get an idea of some of the travel they've been involved with as well. Mike is a travel agent as well. I'm just going to show you something interesting because they've got a TikTok video that's flying right now. We go to their About section, and this is a great idea. For anybody that hasn't already done this, you can add links onto your channel. You get to this from the customization tab in your YouTube studio, but you notice that YouTube's letting you promote the other social networks, including Tumblr here, Buy Us a Coffee, and a few more ideas there as well. So that can be really helpful. But here's their TikTok, and look at this video. They let me know this morning that this video was at 10,000 views, and it's already well over 12,000. It's still moving, so this is really, really cool. And interesting, because they mentioned the idea of trying to put the same video on YouTube. It didn't quite fly as far, but when we put our content on different networks, we have a chance to see if it's going to stick somewhere else. Clay Meir, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. That's another longtime friend of about 4 years. She does a great job of promoting channels and always gives everybody a warm welcome when they come into her live streams. The amazing M&G, good to see you here as well. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. I'm just going to show you Rihanna's Life Adventures. And they got a couple more channels. They've got, I think, 4 of them now. Rihanna's Life Adventures is right on the edge of 100 subscribers. I'm hoping anybody that hasn't already connected with Rihanna's Life Adventures will connect with her right now. As a matter of fact, so much I'm going to drop the link, because I would love for her to get that 100 locked in. We need a few extra subscribers for that, of course. This is a chance where we get to know Rihanna a little bit better, and a complimentary channel to their original Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. Mike's featured over here just as much as well. Indoors and outdoors both. They got shorts over here also, and then live streams. Rihanna's done a few of these with some StreamYard panelists also. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. Obviously generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. And I see Blessed to Crochet is in the house, so I'll get that channel on the wheel in a second. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I'm just going to drop the link for our raid. Marketplace Boutique has a premiere coming up, and Just Jason Keto and More has a live stream starting shortly. I'm not sure if I got that link right, so let me just do it again. And I've already got the live redirect set, so I've pinned that link. Anybody can head over anytime. The chat is already running. And then I'll be over there after Tuber Chat as well, and we will keep this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes so everybody can clean up their connections here. We've still got a few channels to go through. Twinbrook Acres is another channel that's here with us frequently, now working on 1,100 subscribers. They were talking about motorcycle riding videos in the beginning. I'm just reading this from the Lakes region of New Hampshire. And they have got a bit more information about what to expect on this channel, including some homesteading content that I see throughout the videos that I've either already watched or some that I hopefully will get to. And then I've taken the latest one and put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with them. Shorts on the channel, they've done a couple of these. They're already into hundreds of views, which is great to see. And Twin Brick Acres is also out there supporting other channels all the time as well. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We will see what Margie's Crafty Corner has got going on. I don't think I said hello to them when they came in, but I did put them on the wheel right away. I might have waved. Sometimes I wave in the chat. Margie's Crafty Corner is a longtime friend. They've got some StreamYard panels going on in their live streams as well. Videos are occasional here, but they bring these out with a lot of crafting and obviously fiber arts as well. When we get to shorts on this channel, we see that there's a few more here, I think. I could be wrong. And those will continue to grow as they post more and more. And then live streams as well. So I got notifications on for the next couple. Has it been this long since I caught you for a live stream? It can't be 6 months already, is it? Since I caught Margie's Crafty Corner on her own channel. Because I likely catch her in StreamYard panels with other creators. There's Dawn Southern Fine. Or is that... Oh, pardon me. We got two Dawns that both do fiber arts, and now I'm losing my train of thought on their the name of the channel. We got a few of these. Yarn Again, Dawn Southern Fine Dawns. Oh, you'll have to remind me what the channel is if anybody remembers in the chat. I feel terrible. She's with us all the time. She's been with us a million times. Dawn Yarndoll. That's it. Dawn Yarndoll. My dear goodness. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then, Margie's Crafty Corner also is monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and working on 1,300 subscribers. And then the Bud Files is coming up right now, and I'm going to drop the link for our raid. Just Jason Keto and More is a beloved and dedicated moderator here and has been a longtime dear friend. He's going live literally almost right now, so I'm just dropping the link again. We know there's going to be new content on a few other channels. I mean, you know, it's almost impossible to find anybody on live without anybody else on the entirety of YouTube at the same time. There's 50 million channels now, so there's always channels live, always channels dropping premieres and things like that. One of the best things about YouTube, of course, is we can all catch each other's replays, we can all catch each other's videos afterwards and things like that, so there's plenty of that as well. The Bud Files is here with 2,400 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 2,500 they're thinking about. They have been longtime generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. This is actually a family of creators that brings us a ton of history. They actually seek to be modern-day archaeologists. The idea is to uncover history and digitally preserve it in video. They take us for a lot of outdoor adventures to abandoned locations, touristy destinations, graveyard cemeteries, and then in the live streams they either take us outdoors or bring us into their home. They sing, they dance, they play games together. There's a lot of family togetherness here, and shorts on the channel bring even more variety. They've got into 3,400, 5,000, even 15,000 views on the shorts videos and monetize lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Dreamland Soundscapes, thank you again. I didn't realize you were still here. I know it's been a little while since you've been in the chat. Marketplace Boutique is coming up right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So Backyard Trucker and Marketplace Boutique both got added. She's got a premiere coming up right now. We know there'll be fresh content after Tuber Chat today, and 1,500 subscribers for Jody. She brings a one-of-a-kind channel. She's been in e-commerce since 1998 and brings us the ins and outs of selling on platforms like eBay And the magic really comes in finding the right things to buy and sell. She takes us shopping and shows us the collections of things that she buys and splits up to sell individually. There's a bit of a hint there. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She's been giving us a little bit of help with our YouTube banners and avatars with a program called Canva as well. She's got shorts over here. These bring pure variety on this channel, getting into 12,000, 14,000 and 19,000 views and beyond. Live streams feature a chance to follow Jody on the water or behind the wheel or beside the fire, and sometimes collaborating with Backyard Trucker. So hopefully everybody will connect to this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Ben Cyan Games, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I'm assuming you're Forever Everywhere a-thon. I think it's Everywhere Forever a-thon is still going on. They literally stream every single day. Smallholder Homestead said they just bought a fan blade from eBay. eBay's something I've been doing very occasionally for many years, but actually part of my full-time job is working on social media, including an eBay store, for many years now. I have literally listed over 2,000 things and shipped over 1,000 packages. Let me drop the link one more time here for Just Jason Keto and More. And he'll be on momentarily. Blessed to Crochet is up on the screen right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Blessed to Crochet is somebody who wants to bring us community, a lot of conversation here where people can meet each other. Blessed to Crochet was just live yesterday. I caught them, and they've got one of those theme songs from Jake Huston still here. Little bit of inspiration and motivation on the channel, particularly in the shorts videos, which bring us some variety as well. And then live streams. Actually, the shorts have now gotten into 10,000 views on a couple of them, which is great. And then live streams on the channel. Lots of these set up for the month of December. And they just had a monetization celebration, although they've been monetized for about a month now, if I'm right. And they're live frequently. I think I just caught, Blessed to Crochet yesterday. And we'll see if they're going to be bringing these out almost daily by the look of it. And working on 1,200 subscribers. So we'd love to push them a little bit closer. They're here with us just about every day in Tuber Chatter when we're on. We're usually here 3 times a week. Backyard Truckers coming up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Backyard Trucker is a self-employed truck driver that's going to take us on the road. They do a lot of do-it-yourself videos on the channel, particularly fixing their truck. They just gave us a how to connect Nightbot video a few days ago. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with their latest video. They got a bit of variety here, but they let us know from the beginning that they would be filming just about anything and everything for us to see on their YouTube channel. Pardon me, Backyard Trucker as well has got shorts over here that have done well. A lot of the dash cam footage has gotten into 12, 13, and even 15,000 views. And then live streams. Backyard Truckers on the road just about every day, sometimes more than once a day, taking us to bring some freight with him. And has a bit of luck when it comes to these vertical live streams and having YouTube push them out as well. Especially like even today, it looks like they had one that did really well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Backyard Trucker, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They are working on 1,800 subscribers. We would love to push them a little bit closer to that milestone. Jazzy Marie, Voice Fighting Cancer, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I feel like we already know that channel. I wonder if you've changed your name or if you're here for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. And then Dolores is coming up right now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And the next channel we're looking at is Dolores. This is somebody who's been with us for many months now, and they come in occasionally. They got 201 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards their next milestone. They're going to be thinking about 300 soon enough. They're just a pink girl in their pink world, but they bring a bit of variety here, a chance to get to know them, some unboxing videos as we can see. I'm actually going to take that one and put that into my catch-up list. I know it's from a month ago, but I just want to catch up a little bit, and that'll give you a few watch minutes there. Shorts on the channel bring some inspiration, as we can see, getting into 800 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel. So they're live frequently. It looks like they're on just about every week. And they've got another Canva tutorial for us here, which is great. I like to see YouTubers helping other creators. And then Dolores, hopefully everybody will connect with. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And we've got time just for one more channel, Ben Cyan Games. They're live just about every day for the Everywhere Forever-a-thon. You can see 523 days. That's a year and a half, right? And well over 4,000 subscribers now. Ben Cyan Games could be doing some gameplay or could be giving us a chance to get to know them in a talking head type video. They've got quite a few videos here, traditional long form content, and then live streams on the channel, like I said, are just about every day. And they do a good job of keeping up with the chat. They take us on the road when they have to. They got some shorts that have done well. 3,000, 9,000, even 500,000 views on one of these, which is great to see. I like those bar chart races. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I know not everybody can be here, every time we stream, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we're here. Thank you to our moderators. Most of us know our live streams couldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help, and I appreciate them all greatly. Luckily, we're all dear friends with each other. And we're expecting to be back on Saturday, just about the same time, so hopefully we'll see everybody then. In the meantime, Just Jason Keto and More just went live. He's rolling right now, giving us some information about healthy eating and healthy living. I will see everybody over there, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.